Hey everybody. So today we were in Chicago. We had come back from a concert there, and I'm originally from Chicago, but on the way home we came across a temple, a beautiful temple called the Bahai Temple, and it's in the Wilmette neighborhood there. And so we had to stop for this because it was so beautiful. So I figured I'd take you through a little bit of the information about it. I'm on their website right now for the Bahai Temple. Bahai is apparently a religion that I've never heard of. Maybe I'm not the only one, but I'll take you through this here. Um, you can see some of their pictures. So here's the architect. It says long before he had heard of the Baha'i faith, French Canadian architect Louis Bourgeois lived from 1856 to 1930, believed that his mission in life was to create a universal temple to truth as a gathering place for all humanity. Bourgeois became a Baha'i in New York City in 1907 and 2 years later responded to the call for designs for the temple. In 1920, delegates from across the country unanimously selected his innovative design. Bourgeois traveled to Haifa in present day Israel to consult with Abdul Baha, the son of the founder of the Baha'i faith. With Abdul Baha's encouragement, Bourgeois refined and scaled down the size of his design. Baha'i principles are communicated through the design, for example, to illustrate the Baha'i belief in the unity of religion. Bourgeois brought together elements of religious architecture from around the world. The temple's arabesque panels embrace natural light during the day and illuminate from within at night, creating a temple of light and unity. You can see this looks like a illustration of the temple here. Very nice. Yeah, this is during the construction, I'm assuming. It says the craftsman transforming the architect's intricate designs into a stable structure required innovation in both building materials and construction techniques. I'm sure it did. So the gardens, the Baha'i House of Worship gardens are part of the sacred space. The 9 gardens are planted with foliage of various colors and fragrances to convey the beauty of unity in diversity. The 9 rectangular approaches to the temple, some incorporating reflecting pools, are reminiscent of those found in the east. The 9 circular gardens with round fountains represent Western landscapes and serve as outdoor rooms for prayer. So the temple project took 50 years. So, I think it says they opened in 1953. Very interesting time for them to build this. All right, let's see what else we got. Okay, let's check out one other one here. So the Baha'i House of Worship, this is on Chicago Architecture Center. The Baha'i religion was founded in the Middle East in the 1840s. Its introduction in the United States can be traced back to the Parliament of the World Religions meeting in Chicago in 1893. Very interesting. By 1900, there were nearly 1,000 Baha'is living in the United States and Canada. So by 1900, there were 1,000, and they built this massive temple. Started that in 1901 with 1,000 people in the U.S. and Canada. Plans to construct a Baha'i temple in the Chicago area emerged in 1903, but it would be another 50 years before the temple was finished. 2 lots were purchased along Lake Michigan in 1907 in what was then Grosse Pointe and now Wilmette. financed through the contributions of the Baha'is around the world. It says Louis Bourgeot was a French Canadian who joined the Baha'i faith more than a decade before working in the temple. He began his work on the structure in 1920 and moved his studio into a building across the street from the site. There are combinations of mathematical lines symbolizing those of the universe, and in their intricate merging of circle into circle and circle within circle, we visualize the merging of all religions into one. Selecting a material to realize Bourgeot's elaborate designs proved difficult. Limestone, granite, terracotta, and aluminum were all considered before concrete was selected. One critic strongly disapproved, calling it the most repellent object imaginable, since it lacked beauty of the surface and weathered poorly. But John Early, a fifth-generation stone carver who came from a family of ecclesiastical artists, made the concrete beautiful. Inspired by Italian pebble mosaics, Early developed a method of exposing the larger pebbles in the aggregate of the concrete mixture. This gave the concrete a warmer appearance. Neither Bourgeot nor Early saw the completed temple for the formal dedication for the superstructure took place in 1953. There are only 9 Baha'i houses of worship in all the world, so I really was lucky to come across this. All 9 temples share certain design features, including domes and gardens. Each temple is 9-sided because Baha'is consider the number 9 the highest single number, a symbol of oneness, comprehensiveness, and unity. Wilmette, the temple, include 9 entrances and 9 verses above the doors and the alcoves. Of all the temples, the Wilmette House of Worship is the oldest. It has been named a National Historic Landmark, one of the 7 wonders of Illinois, and is visited by 250,000 people a year. Aside from being called the Temple of Light and Unity, the 1,100-seat Wilmette building is known as the Mother Temple of the West. Mother Temple of the West by Baha'is around the world. Today, it remains the only Baha'i temple in the United States. Interesting. Very interesting. So, yeah. So it was very cool to come across this. So take a look at the video. Let me know what you think. Talk to you soon.